Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Yurok and welcome back to some Cargo Simulator. Now, I did a few things off camera. I don't remember what we did in the last one. But we've got a lot more going on now. I finally figured out how to finish that stupid quest that we had. Alright, now I'm at the point where I have to sign 3 agreements. So we assigned an agreement here for, I think it was, goodbye and, what was the other one? The pharmacy, e-pharmacy. Alright, so we can still do more, but we gotta have a truck. And this is, $7,000, so we gotta make a lot more money. Alright, now, that's our flooring. Alright, let's go ahead and put that in there. Let's go ahead and open up and we'll start moving our pharmacy stuff and all that over. The only bad part about this over here is that the carriers won't load the truck. We have to do it. Or at least as of right now they won't. But you can see these are all different. Now we can deliver these things. Oh. Well, I say the carriers won't pick it up. If I do this, they will. Or at least I think they will. Okay, maybe they won't. So, yeah, we have to load these. No big deal. Gives us something to do. And it takes a while to load all these up. I could use the little trolley, I guess. We bought it, but we haven't used it. So let's use this to, man, this thing does not steer very well. Let's use this to load up. This probably will make things faster. Okay, so it only holds, not much faster really. Yeah, it's not really all that faster. Maybe there's a bigger one that will help, but yeah, 3 boxes, nah. But now we will be able to hire another employee to drive a second truck, and then maybe if we assign a truck to this over here, it might work. But as of right now, we have to do it. But that's okay. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having an amazing day. I just woke up from about a 3-hour nap, so we are good to go. But anyway, let's get this loaded up. Okay. I think we have to get to level 40 before we can hire the next person. Now, I could take one of the cashiers away and make them a driver, but like I said, I don't know if this is gonna, if they're gonna load this or not when I put a truck over here. May test that out. Let's test it out with okay, let's alright, you are, what's your name? Noah. We wanna change you to driver. We'll do the Dopo and then we'll do warehouse 1. Alright. We'll finish this up. don't know if the guy's going to come over here or not. Do need to turn on the lights. Alright, there's nothing for him to grab. Let's see what he does. No, he's coming over here. Alright, are you done? Okay, so he will go over there. We just have to have multiple carriers, okay, to be able to do that. We are going to put this outside for now. Alright, now this one is going to be ready to go. So let's go ahead and send him off. He's taking care of that. Alright, so we got labels, we got standard tape. Alright, so let's go ahead and fill up our boxes here. Alright, let's go ahead and order some boxes. And we'll get a couple of tape too. Alright, and then alright, so let's check his stuff. Alright, labels we can definitely use. Alright, let's go ahead and send this truck off. Last box. Okay. Wait for our truck to get back. Now we've already purchased the minibus, so we're gonna have to purchase another one, which is fine. You know, I don't know why it didn't count for us, because I got ahead of myself. So the minibus is $5 grand. So we've got to buy another one of those and the other warehouse and sign through things, which is fine. Alright, so we'll be back in 57 seconds. So I think what we're going to do Yeah, we're just gonna let him, we're gonna switch our carrier to cashier, and we will take care of all of that. So, and then when our driver gets back from the warehouse, we can switch him over. Alright, so he is done. Let's go ahead and end the day. Alright, let's go ahead and open up. And put the other cash register out. Alright. Alright. Now we can load this guy up. Alright, and we'll go ahead and pay our payments. Delivery. Alright. Of course, we gotta give him boxes. And we gotta give him labels and tape. Okay. Put this back in the corner. Alright. Need some of this tape. All right. All right, so we can go ahead and order another car. All right, now we're going to switch our driver to the other minibus. Well, I didn't mean to do that. He's not making a delivery, but that's okay. I'll fix it here in a sec. All right. Okay, so we have both minibuses done, and that is all of our packages, so let's go ahead and send him off. All right. Alright, so now we just need 7K to buy another warehouse and sign another agreement. And we'll have to load that other one. Let's see here, he's got 40 seconds. I'm not sure how that works. Alright, let's go ahead and medium. Alright, so let's get alright. Make this a little friendlier. Alright, let's go ahead and enter the day. Alright, let's open up. ahead and send him on his way. All right. Okay. We have to redo these, I guess, since we purchased the... Alright, let's go back to goodbye. We'll sign them that way. Alright. Alright. So apparently the agreements last for 1 day, or 3 days, I mean. So we just switched it up. I kept goodbye and I did eBay this time. Or whatever, yeah, eBay. But we'll eventually get all of them. This one we gotta have the truck, so let's see how much that's gonna cost us. Level 40, okay. I think our next employee is, yeah, level 40 as well. And we'll have to hire another driver. Alright, Let's send our delivery. Now I want to test this. I don't know if it'll matter. Okay, he's back anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and turn our lights on. Open up. Alright. Alright, so just trying to get to level 40, and well, we need 7,000 to get another thing, warehouse, so we can sign a third agreement. Let's see, level 1 tape. Level 1 tape 2. Alright, let's see here. Yep. Let's go ahead and do some boxes here. And then large boxes. All right. Let's get a medium. All right. Let's get a medium box here. We'll just go ahead and get those, and we'll get one more of these. All right. fast medium. Get these on the truck. All right. Almost done with this day. Let's just go ahead and send this guy off. As long as these aren't due today, we'll be good. All right. Now, what we might do when we buy the next warehouse is move our other driver over there and just use the DeliverX system to deliver our packages from here. All right, let's go ahead and fill up what we can here. Tape. Those are good enough. All right, let's go ahead and enter the day. All right. Okay. Make sure all of those are, they are, okay. Let's go ahead and open up, turn the lights on. Alright, let's send him on his way. Alright, so we are just a little bit away from being able to get our other warehouse. let's go ahead and purchase our other. Okay, that works. Everything. All right, so sign another agreement. Let's go into partnerships. We have to wait on money. We'll just go with this when we get the money. So let's go ahead and go to the next day. All right, now we can sign the agreement. Purchase the truck. All right, so we got to get to level 40. All right. All right, let's turn on our lights. Open up. All right, let's go load up this guy. All right. Let's go back to partnerships. Let's go ahead and start that one. All right, so now we just got 2 more. Let's see how much the other warehouse is. 10,000. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Let's go ahead and order some stuff here. All right. Okay. Busy work, busy work. Alright, large. Actually, let's check medium again. Okay. Move that. Alright, let's check. Alright, he needs labels. We do need to pay our payments. So let's do that real quick. Alright. Alright, last two customers. Alright, send the truck. Let's go ahead and enter the day. Alright. We're going to be busy for a while here. him a while to get this one done. It's a lot of boxes. Alright, and one of our guys is a little on tape. Alright, let's see. He might as well get his tape too. Alright, let's start loading this guy up. Alright. Alright. So we are right here. We are almost the end of this day. We got 2 more hours left. We are making good money now with both of those contracts in. He's still gone. He'll be back soon. So I think we'll probably just use that one truck for that and then use this one for the other. That way we don't have to hire DeliverX. We can save our money. And he's finally back. Took him the whole day. And yeah, that was worth about $2 grand. So, alright. Got one more. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and let him finish that one. And we'll send off our truck. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and enter the day. Alright, let's turn on our lights. Alright, and then we got All right. All right, moving along really well. All right. So moving right along, we are almost up to 10K, which will let us buy the other warehouse. Let's see, running low on labels. He is running low on labels and tape. everything? It is. Let's send this truck off. Alright, let's go ahead and fill up our boxes. Tape and label's good. He does need this one though. This guy, he's good on that. Okay. Okay. Alright, so label one of each box. Label, large box, and a medium box, and a small. Alright, so everything looks good. Let's go ahead and give him a tape just so we won't have to fill it right away. Alright, so 9.9K. Let's go ahead and go to the next day. Alright. Alright, let's go load the other guy up. Let's go back to our agreements real quick. Alright, so those ran out. Got to start checking those every day. Alright. Alright, we can go ahead and purchase the warehouse now. Alright, and then we will go to partnerships. We only have so 300 for eBay and 400 for that. Should need a little bit more money. Tomorrow should be a big day. Let's go ahead and do eBuy. Did they give us anything? No, we won't get it till tomorrow, so that's fine. Boom. Alright, now we can do that one. Okay. We're going to have a lot of boxes to put in that truck tomorrow. So I think what we're going to do, alright, let's send him off first. Alright. I think we're just going to leave it, except we're going to assign this one to door 2, so he's in the middle. So warehouse 2. That way he's in the middle when we go to doing this. We can just work from both sides here. Alright. Let him get down to about 15 seconds, then we'll end the day. Because we can't buy the truck. I mean, it tells us, but we can't buy it until 40. So we got a ways to go. Alright, let's go ahead and end the day. Alright. Let's turn on the lights. Let's go to our other side over here. We are going to have a ton of boxes, which is what we want. And if we fill up this truck, we can always put them in the other one. So we can't hire any more employees, so the only thing I can see about this game is you really need to have employees a little faster, because like I'm having to do all the loading so I can have my 2 cashiers. I could do one down to 1 cashier, but it would just decrease the amount of people we have, because I think only and this is me just guessing, I think you can only have a certain amount of customers in the store. So many boxes. Because it would be nice to be able to have a carrier for each door and a driver for each door and 2 cashiers. But, you know, here we are. This thing's almost full. Take him all day. Taking us all day just to load it. But I mean, you're limited on employees, which I think it needs to be increased a little bit. I think we should be able to have 2 more employees at this point in the game. But, I mean, it is what it is. It would just make things a lot easier. Because, you know, you kind of want to do it automated. You don't want to have to do this. But, I mean, we literally only have 4 employees, and we got all this stuff to do. It's going to take, it took me almost all day. Almost all day. Alright, let's get that in there. Alright, go back. Well, let's make our payments. And this guy is full. It's going to take him 400 seconds. Alright. We got tons of boxes to load, I'm sure. But yeah, just the only way we can... Oh wow, that's a lot. What's he needing? Tape. He's going to need labels. And probably this too. No, not quite. This guy's out of tape. Now, medium boxes. Okay, well that's perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and fill up our truck. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to just use the DeliverX shipments to do our store stuff from now on. Cause yeah, that truck still, it's still 200 seconds. Yeah, we're gonna have to split the load between those two trucks. All right, let's see here. All right, let's get boxes filled up here. Alright, so yeah, we'll do a label, one of each box, and tape. Slip it back. And that one we need an extra of. Alright, so small and labels. Alright, let's double check everything. Good. Good. Alright, we're going to move our truck. So business management, employees. He is going to go to warehouse 3. We still got 116 seconds. Alright, let's go into partnerships. Everything is good. Alright. Just gotta wait on our truck to get back. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. Just we'll have to hire the DeliverX people. It's just all it is to it. They kind of force the issue here, but we can do like $300. Actually, the $200 one we can do every day, so that's not a problem. And I wonder, can we? Yeah, we can't sell the ones we have too, which is kind of crappy. $30 seconds. Yeah, and this is the what I'm talking about. Like, it looks like we can only have 6, maybe 7 employees total, and we need like 8. Because you want to have a carrier for the store, a carrier for each door, a driver for each door, and a driver for, so we actually need 10. I think this is, a little bit tight on that. But like I said, it's part of the, I enjoy the game, so, and I would love to see it expand more. If we, I mean, it is still in early access, so, But yeah, that's going to take care of that. Let's go ahead and enter to end the day. Alright, so we're at 11K. Alright, let's go back to partnerships. Go ahead and start. And start. Alright, before we open the day. Alright, so we're just going to put these on the shelf. Alright, start loading. Let's grab these ones that are on the ground. Let's go to business management, payer payments. Go here and send him off. See, it takes me all day to load this stuff because I don't have an extra worker. I need 2 drivers to get all this stuff delivered. Alright, So let's go ahead and go here. Alright, now we got to go back in here. And we got all this stuff that needs delivered. Okay, is that everything? It is. Alright, let's go ahead and order a delivery. Sure. And I think I'm gonna have to, we're gonna let them run one more day and let them at least run out of something. I don't think we can pick anything up. Let me see. Yeah, we can't pick the boxes up. That's another thing I don't like. Alright, he didn't grab these, so we're going to have to take these over here. Wasn't sure how that would work, so we'll just put them on one of our trucks. But I'm going to have to take a cashier and make them a carrier, just so he can take care of the front while I'm doing everything else. That's why I think we need to have more employees. So developers, if you're watching, it's a little bit much with only 4 employees at this point. I think we should be able to have 6 at this point, and maybe 10 total. Because right now I have 4, and I'm locked up for a whole day. So let's see. Which one has the least amount of boxes? Let's grab this one. Alright, we're going to put it outside. We're going to change... Who is this? Is it Brandon? Yeah. He's going to be our carrier. Alright. Let's make sure he is loaded up. Check tape and labels. Alright, he's going to need tape pretty quick. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so now we can both our trucks back. Yep, alright. Go to the next day. Alright, so we're making money. Hand over fist now. Alright, so we just got one cashier. He's going to have to do his best. Alright, so we are going to start with this one. And we need to check our, let's pay our payments. And then we need to go to partnerships. Yep, that one has expired. Alright, so So I guess what you could do is load up all this stuff before you open, and then you'd have to move your trucks around. But I think we should just have more employees, because if you have, you know, a couple of carriers, 2 carriers would be enough. They can handle most of this. But you really need 2 cashiers, 2 carriers, and 2 drivers. Now, it obviously, you know, it would be ideal to have 4 carriers, 3 drivers, or 4 drivers, and 2 cashiers. Ideally, at this point in the game, but we, you know, we're stuck with what we have. But I mean, you could do all this before the day goes. Obviously. All right, let's go ahead and go to our business management. Let's send both of those. But yeah, you really need the other cashier, and every time you pick up the cashier, you have to refill it. So that is the or either be able to like turn off the cashier, where you don't have to pick it up and just turn it off where nobody's working it. Which I mean, you don't have to have the cashier open. Alright, what we got here? We need... He's grabbing that. Okay, cool. So we'll have to... let's see, small box. But be able to turn the cashier off, because like interacting just puts you here. It doesn't let you turn it off. Like, be able to turn off the register where you can only have 1 person working, but that's not an option right now. So I think what we'll just have to do is not open. We'll help him load the other trucks. Alright, it's the last box. Alright, let's go ahead and order a Deliver X. He's not full, so we can take all that. Alright. This driver's back. He's got 40 seconds left. Alright, he took all our boxes, that's good. So yeah, we'll have to... Alright, let's go under partnerships. We should be good on everything. We just need our trucks to get back. He's got 11 seconds. Alright, there he goes. Let's let him back in so we get our XP and money. Make sure that's... So yeah, we're just going to have to wait to open the store until... Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. And what we'll do is we'll have him carry until alright, let's get these done first. Another thing I think you should be able to do is, like, for instance, almost positive one of our things is canceled. So partnerships, or well, it will be tomorrow. You should be able to renew these at the end of the day instead of the beginning because you don't get deliveries. And like I said, that's a minor thing. It's not a major thing there, but it does prevent you from making as much money as you possibly could. Alright, let's go ahead and start putting these on that truck. Okay. Alright. Alright, now we can go open the store. And we'll have to run the other register, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. think we'll just put him on. We'll put him on cashier. We'll do the carrying. Alright. Alright, we need. Let's do small. Let's go 2 small, 1 medium, 1 large, 1 tape. Let's check tape. Alright, he needs labels. He's going to need fragile tape. Yeah, you're good. Alright, so we could do, let's just move the truck. It ain't no big deal. We'll save the money. We can just move him back. A little bit of micromanagement, but it does work. So what we can do, and I think I've figured out a solution, is just move both of our cashiers to carriers in the mornings. To get our stuff loaded up. Alright, so alright, let's go ahead and send him on his way. And so it's the end of the night. We'll do carrier and carrier. And we'll wait for him to get this delivery done. Alright, and see, like, this is ideally when we could renew our things at the end of the day. But it is what it is. Or be able to adjust the length of them, you know, where you can do it like every 7 days or something, you know. Make it a little easier to keep making money. I mean, we're at the point now where money's not going to be an issue. But it would be a little easier. Like I said, I think the main thing is we need to be able to hire more employees. Because, like, there's room for 4 registers in here. And I would love to have that. But I'm not going to use 4 cashiers and only have 1 driver or... Alright, so let's go back here. We're going to move him as soon as he gets backed in here. Actually, we'll go to the next day, then we'll move him. So, because if we have the delivery thing, we can go ahead and load him up with that before we move him to a different door. Alright. Okay, so they should be, yeah. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start loading up this truck. Alright, and what I'm talking about here, if you look here, yep, these ended, and I'm not going to get deliveries from those 3 today because they all ended. That should be done at the end of the business day, or have these show up after you know, it limits what you can do. Alright, let's move our driver. We'll put him on warehouse at 2, and we will start loading him up. Actually, let's put these over here. Actually, we can just move him to warehouse 1, actually. Yeah, perfect. You can think about this. So we're going here. Alright, y'all want to do that one? I'll do this one. Alright, let's go ahead and send warehouse 2, let's send him off, and then we'll move him to store while this one's delivering. Yeah, we're making it work. Alright. Alright, now let's move them into cashier. And let's get him on his way. Let's go open up the store. I mean, there is a workaround. You know, it's just a matter of having to move things around as you go, but that's fine. We'll make it work. Right, so this one will be back soon, and we can move him to store. Standard tape is running low. How is he going? Yeah, he can hold off a little bit. Alright, our truck is... Alright, so go to employee. So warehouse 2, we're going to make him to store. So there's a workaround, and we'll have to just play with it. I'm not going to quit playing because it's frustrating. It's not really frustrating, it's just inconvenient. Like, I just think we need to be able to have more employees earlier on. Because, like, you know, when you have these different... Like, we should be able to have a driver for each thing that it's telling us to do. Like, you know, and a carrier for each thing that it's telling us to do. One carrier is kind of enough because we can do stuff. But I would at least like to have 2 carriers. That way I don't have to unassign my cashiers to carry for in the morning, you know. And then I would like to have a driver for my store and each door. So 4 drivers. That would be 8 employees would get us by right now. And I think that would be a lot better. But again, it's not a game-breaking thing. Alright, let's see here. Small. And see, this delivery is almost done, so we could actually send this one off and move him in if we wanted to. Not sure that it'll let us, but we can try. Alright, let's start delivering. Alright, now let's see. Back in here, employee. Okay. Okay, we can't move him, so that's fine. We'll just have to wait for our guy to get back. She'll be back shortly. I mean, I guess there's two ways we could do this too. The problem is the trucks won't stay at the door unless there's a driver. So, like, there's really just no option other than just to bounce them around. Because it would, now if we could keep vehicles, like, assign vehicles to bays or whatever, and then just switch drivers, that would be perfect. But we can't, so this is what we're allowed to do. But at least it won't take him very long to make this delivery, so we won't have to wait a long time for him to get back. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and fill up here. Alright, medium. Large. Alright, small. Medium. Medium, okay. Last delivery. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and set these guys to carrying. We'll order our products. I think we'll just go with 2 of each. And then 1 tape, 1 label. Let them put that away while we're waiting on the truck to get back. Of course, we'll need to kind of monitor their placement. So medium. Get the labels. So right there. We'll just help them out here. Didn't really need the tape. Small go there. Small go there. That's all that. Okay, last box. Let's go ahead and go to the next day. Alright, and that is where we're going to leave the game for today. I do appreciate y'all being here today. Shirok, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell. Also, don't forget to leave comments down below. All that stuff for you is free and helps me and the channel grow, and I do appreciate all the support you've given me so far. You guys rock. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Hope to see you in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Bye-bye.